Hey guys, what's up? It's your girl Nicole with Real Talk Recovery, and I just wanted to pop on and do a quick evening time live stream with you guys. I just finished up our first ever um, patron only live stream, and it was an amazing success. And so, for those of you guys that don't know, the first of every month on a Saturday at 8 p.m., I am facilitating a patron only live stream. And during that live stream, we go around and we share our experience, strength, and hope. And well, it's just fucking amazing. And it was just amazing. So I'm so excited that it went well. Hey, Ian. Hey, Mama. Hey, Merk. Um, I'm so excited that it went well, and I just wanted to come on and share with you guys that it went well and encourage any of you guys who haven't joined Patreon that you can join for $2. That's it. $2 a month, and it's fun. So, anyways, enough of that kind of stuff. I'm not trying to, like sell you all this stuff, but I just wanted to mention it because um, I thought it was really fun and I really enjoyed getting to know everybody. Hey, Douglas, you like the sparklies? So, what do you guys think about tonight? We're going to do an evening time, old school, real talk recovery meditation. Are y'all down? Who's down? Who wants to get in the zone? Okay, we're going to get in the zone. We are going to let go of our resentments. We are just going to be thriving in life today. So let's do this. Let's do this together. Let me get I have no idea. Who did I just hang up on? Somebody just called me. Oh. Hey, Mama G. Okay, so I want to read a meditation out of Codependent. Oh, I know. Hey, Tyler. Thank you, Merk. You do it for me, Merk. So that way I don't have to. Tyler, I'm so glad you made a live stream, baby. Hey, Seth. Hey, Margie. Okay, girl, just sit down, relax. I want you guys to all get yourself in a good headspace. I am in a good headspace. I have to tell you guys that I am just feeling so much better than I felt the other day. I do have to tell y'all that, seasonal depression, it really does affect me. And when I come on, it's because I've held it in for so long that I'm literally about to burst. And that's what I was going through the other day. I had really been holding on to a bunch of things and I just felt like shit. I just felt like shit. And I needed to get it off my chest. And so since then, I feel great, and the main focus of my channel is to help you guys. And at the same time, it helps me. So I hope you guys understand that, I'm human and I'm going to be going through it too. So, anyway, y'all ready? Let's go. Let's get to the daily reflection. So, today's February 8th. Y'all ready? Convincing Mr. Hyde. Even then, as we oh, okay, even then, as we hew away, peace and joy may still elude us. That's the place so many of us oldsters have come to, and it's a hell of a spot, literally. How shall our unconsciousness, from which so many of our fears, compulsions, and phony aspirations still stream, be brought into line with what we actually believe, know, and want? How to convince our dumb, raging, and hidden Mr. Hyde becomes our main task. Regular attendance at meetings, serving and helping others, is the recipe that many have tried and found to be successful. Whenever I stray from these basic principles, my old habits resurface, and my old self also comes back with all its fears and defects. The ultimate goal of each AA member is permanent sobriety achieved one day at a time. So, basically, what this says is serving and helping others is the recipe that many have tried and found to be successful. Whenever I stray from these basic principles, my old habits resurface. So, the other day when I came on and I was telling y'all, yes, Alpha Omega, me too. Well, mine is really, really bad in the wintertime. January to March is when I really struggle. But one of the things that I have learned, and this is why I'm so grateful, you guys, for any 12-step fellowship, AA, NA, CA, Celebrate Recovery, MARA. These are all 12-step fellowships that have principles that we put into action every single day, and they help me to maintain my life and my sobriety. Okay, and so I have this wonderful program that I know as long as I'm giving back, I'm taking inventory, I'm seeking my higher power, and I'm doing my prayer and meditation and doing my readings. Like, these are things that I know I can do that are going to help me maintain my recovery. These are things that I know without a shadow of a doubt, as long as I'm staying consistent and following through, that I am going to be okay. This is a surefire way to release the demons that you have inside of you that have been blocking you from your sobriety. Okay, for so many years, I looked for an answer in everything else except for where it was at, which was inside of me. Okay, for so many years, I thought there was something wrong with me. I'm different than everybody. I'm not like this person. I've got this wrong. I've got that wrong. I am here to tell you guys that all along, this ability to maintain a amazing life and be happy, it was in me. It was in me, and I didn't love myself, and I was so embarrassed and ashamed and insecure, and because of that embarrassment, that insecurity, that anger, that fear, it kept me blocked off, you guys, from being able to maintain or obtain any type of recovery, any type of happiness. I want you guys to understand something. I work with a lot of people, many, many different addicts, okay? And I see many, many different addicts who come into my life, and I ask them one thing, and I say, "Are you willing to take suggestions? If I suggest something to you, will you do what I say for you to do? Will you just listen to me for 1 second so I can help you and guide you?" Okay? And 9 times out of 10, that person says, "Yes, I'm willing." And they mean it. They're willing and they take the suggestions. And then every now and then, there's one person who is just so smart that they're too smart for their own good. Getting sober and having a happy, healthy life, it's not difficult, it's simple. But what we do is we make it so much more complicated because we don't follow directions, because we don't take suggestions, because we think we know it all. I still don't know it all. I still take direction from somebody else. I still ask for help. I want you all to ask yourself a question, okay? If you knew what was best for you, then why are you in the situation you're in today? If you're still actively using drugs, or you're still having a shitty life, and you're like, "Why is my life so shitty?" Have you ever thought that maybe it's because you won't take suggestions, because you think you know what is best and you don't? And one of the most humbling experiences for me, you guys, was losing my son and realizing that I didn't know what was best for me. I thought that I knew everything, you guys. And I really, really did. Okay? I really did think I knew it all. And I fought back with so much anger, fear, resentment towards people that were in sobriety, that were sober, that were living a good life, because I thought that they had some magic spell put on them. And I was like, how are you happy? Ugh, I hate you. Get away from me. There's no way that you can actually have a happy life and not be on drugs. You know what I mean? And the reason they were happy is because they shut up and they actually took help from somebody that had been down that road before. You know, when we get sober, we have to let our ego die. We have to let our ego go away, because our ego is what blocks us off from the sunlight, from the recovery. That pride, that I've got this, I know what I'm doing, um, I can handle this on my own. Um, it's almost like I didn't want to take responsibility, until I actually put in the work and started really taking suggestions and really getting help and really doing my therapy. It was like I wanted to blame my addiction and blame the things, the bad choices that I was making on everything else except for me making the bad choices. Yes, I was an addict. And yes, I was sick in my addiction. Okay. I know that. But I am responsible for picking up that first drink. I am responsible for getting high on that first joint. I am responsible for shooting that first bag. I am responsible for smoking that crack pipe, smoking that meth pipe. Okay? I did that. Okay? What happened after that was the disease. The disease took hold of me, okay, and sucked me dry, sucked my life away from me, okay, took everything I ever had and more, took everything that ever mattered to me. And I'm telling you guys right now, I don't want to lose my life. I don't want to lose everything that matters to me. And until a person gets to that point where they are not willing to lose everything that matters to them, and they realize that addiction is life or death, then they will continue to know it all. And they will continue to not take suggestions. And they will continue to make excuses. And they will continue to do everything except for that one simple thing. That one simple thing. Okay? There's so many different programs out there, you guys, that you can join that are amazing programs that will help you grow in your recovery and help you be set free. Okay? Be set free from the chains of bondage, which are basically the addiction. Those are your chains. Okay? And through recovery, you will be set free. All right? And through continuing your recovery, you will be able to maintain freedom. But see, what happens to us, you guys, is we get into a point where we get comfortable, kind of like I did. The other day, I was telling y'all about it, that complacency shit. And I was like, yeah, my life is great. I got a good job. I got awesome people in my life. I got sober friends. I got my husband. I got my kid. And then I forget magically all that horrible shit that happened to me in my addiction. And my head starts going, ba-doom, ba-doom, ba-doom. And the next thing you know, I'm floating off into the sky. Where did Nicole go? Oh, she's up there in the mountains because her head's gotten so big that she doesn't even know what's up or down. I had to have a reality check. My husband got his gun and said, psh, psh, pow, and shot me down from the sky. And it's like, Nicole, you don't have it figured out. One wrong move and you're dead. One relapse and you lose your life. Okay? One relapse and your son goes back to foster care. One relapse and your car's out of the driveway. You know? One relapse and everything is gone that quick. Bam! I can't do that, you guys. And that's why I like really want you guys to understand something. Like, it's not hard to get sober and stay sober, but it really does take action. And it takes you surrendering and saying, you know what? Maybe I don't know what's best for me. Maybe I do need guidance. Okay. I also hear a lot of people, they feel like, you know, the 12 steps or 12 steps specifically are an old way of thinking. Listen, I'm on Suboxone, you guys, and I utilize the 12 steps because it's not the people in the 12 steps. It is those steps that help me to live my life. It is those steps that have helped me to reshape my life. And that's why I'm so excited, you guys, about Mara, because Mara is going to be a 12-step program for people like us that are on maintenance. And so I'm so excited about that. But I really want to encourage you guys, like if you're struggling or you're sober and you're like, my life still sucks. My life is so unmanageable. What's wrong with me? I'm sober and my life sucks. I really want to encourage you guys to try a recovery program, to try AA, to try NA, to try Celebrate Recovery, to try Refuge Recovery, to try Smart Recovery. Please, I'm begging you guys, because I don't want any of you guys to die. I don't want any of you guys to relapse. And I feel like so many of you guys are just hanging on by a thread because there's just one thing you need to do and you hadn't tried it yet. You know, because I know I was at that point where I was sober, but my life was sucking. And so I was like, what's wrong? Why am I not happy? Like, I have my sobriety, I have my son, I have my husband, but my life is still sucking. And that's why, because I wasn't doing the work. I wasn't putting in work. You know, with everything in life, you guys, we have to put in work. You know, nothing for life comes easy. Nothing in life is free. Recovery is not even free. It takes work. And so if you have gotten to a place and you're like, man, I'm 5 years sober, or I'm 1 year sober, or 2 years sober, and I just feel like my life is not where it should be, I want to encourage you to try a program. Okay, I really, really do. And I want to encourage you guys and tell you guys that as soon as they finish up with the Mara book, we are going to start reading and doing those steps here on my channel. And we're going to read that whole book together because I want you guys to know that I'm going to help you every step of the way. And I want this channel to be somewhere you know that you can come and you're going to have support. You're going to have people that are going to be consistently here. You're going to have strong people in sobriety that are going to support you. And I want this to be like a huge internet recovery place where we can all come and be. You know what I mean? And I'm not trying to like gripe at anybody or yell at anybody. I'm not mad. I'm just concerned. I'm just concerned because I know a lot of you guys are just doing the bare minimum of what you need to do to stay sober. All right? And I'm just worried about you guys. I want you guys to put in the work because I know if you do, that the gifts of recovery are going to rain down on you and you're going to come back and you're going to be like, you were right, Nicole. You were right. I just wasn't doing the work and now I am, and I can't believe all the amazing things that are happening in my life because I am telling you that every single thing that I didn't think could happen for me has happened for me and more. And more. In fact, let me read you guys what I'm talking about and then you'll understand, okay? Oh my gosh, yes, The Pharmacist is amazing. I just finished it the other day. I actually watched it literally in one day, you guys. That's how crazy I am. I'm like, Netflix and chill. I've lost so many friends these last few years. Mara is badass. I'm so glad to have a recovery family that understands that maintenance medication is still recovery. Hell yeah, Marcy. Nicole does recommend it. She mentioned it the other day. What did I recommend, Mara? Oh yeah, the Pharmacist. Yes, that movie was so good, you guys. Okay, hey Jay, what's up, Bubba? Okay, let me read these promises to you guys, and you'll know why I'm literally like on my soapbox right now, okay? Make a channel popular to only help. Make the channel. I finally bought my first home with my wife this past year. Got a nice car, getting closer with my family again. I'm so happy to be in recovery. Tyler, that is so awesome. I'm so proud of you. Yes, Marcy, The Pharmacist is on Netflix. Nicole, The Pharmacist was great. I watched it last night. I told you, Margie. And thank you, Mark, for linking all those recovery programs in the chat. So for those of you guys that are like, Nicole, I don't know which program to choose. Merck is linking the different programs that there are. Like I said, Smart Recovery, Refuge Recovery, MARA, and then the AA and NA. Okay. All right. And Celebrate Recovery. So there is a program for virtually everybody, you guys. There's no excuse for why you should not be working one of these programs, okay? There is a program for every person. The Smart Recovery, I think, is a more conventional, like, non-AA kind of recovery program. Then you have Celebrate Recovery, that is more of a faith-based program. Then you have AA and NA that are, AA and NA programs. And then you have MARA, which is for us, Medication Assisted Recovery Anonymous. So there's literally a program for every kind of person. So I don't want to hear any excuses why any of you are not in any of those programs, because there's no excuse. There's no excuse. So now that I've said my little piece, let's read what I wanted to tell you guys. So believe me, okay, guys, like I had an excuse too for a long time, and I literally wouldn't do anything. So I understand, because I've totally been there, but I just want you guys to know that it will help you, and it can't hurt. It can only help, right? So what can you lose? What can you lose if you try, right? Okay. Now let me read you let me read you these 12 promises, and you'll understand what I'm talking about. So these are the 12 promises of Alcoholics Anonymous. All right, so I don't know why. Okay. Okay, here we go. Okay, ready? Let me read this part to you, and then we'll go into the promises. When we first come into the program, our world is pretty much turned upside down. Asking for help is hard for everyone, but in our case, we need to swallow our false pride and do just that. Just what I was telling y'all. We go to meetings to learn about the steps. We find ourselves a sponsor who can help us navigate our way through our sobriety. Our lives and routines change. Each day when we wake up, we feel a newness about ourselves and our lives. Slowly, the hopelessness fades into hope. We make new friends. We begin to mend broken relationships. We no longer wake up feeling shame or guilt, but rather a sense of freedom from those feelings that once plagued us constantly. Even our physical appearance changes. We start looking healthy again. We're coherent enough to hear our bodies talking to us, and we take better care of ourselves. Promise 1. We are going to know a new freedom and a new happiness. Promise 2. We will not regret the past, nor wish to shut the door on it. Isn't that the truth? 3. We will comprehend the word serenity. I remember when I used to think that boredom was serenity, but it's peace, baby. It's just being at peace with yourself and your life and happiness and goodness. We will know peace. Promise 5. No matter how far down the scale we have gone, we will see how our experience can benefit others. 6. The feeling of uselessness and self-pity will disappear. The feeling of uselessness and self-pity will disappear. Promise 7. We will lose interest in our selfish things and gain interest in our fellows. So it'll no longer be about us. It'll be about what we can do to give back to help others. Promise 8, self-seeking will slip away. Promise 9, our whole attitude and outlook upon life will change. Promise 10, fear of people and economic insecurity will leave us. Promise 11, we will intuitively know how to handle situations which used to baffle us. Promise 12, we will suddenly realize that our higher power is doing for us what we cannot do for ourselves. So, let me tell you guys the promise that really stuck out to me, that I was like, that's never going to happen for me. So, one of the first ones that really, really hit me was fear of people and economic insecurity will leave us. So, when you're out there in your active addiction, first of all, everybody is the enemy, right? You think everybody's out to get you. You don't have a pot to piss in. And I remember when I first got sober, I was like, I hope that one comes true right away, because, I'm struggling out here. And so that was one of the first ones that really, really popped out to me. And I was like, is that going to happen for me? And I have to tell you guys, it has. I am not afraid of anybody anymore. And if anything, if somebody is hurtful to me or they are lashing out at me, I think to myself, you know what? That person is in pain. That person is hurting. I'm going to pray for them. And I know a lot of people think, oh, people say, I'm just going to pray for you as like a sarcastic thing. But that's really what they teach you in the 12 steps, is that you just pray for that person. You pray for them to have everything that you want for your own life. So that way you don't have to have that resentment on you. Okay. Our whole attitude and outlook upon life will change. I can remember when I would wake up every morning and I was like, do I really have to do this today? I was miserable. All I was doing was searching for pills all day long. It was a miserable existence. But now I wake up and I am grateful. Every morning I wake up and I'm putting 3 things that I'm grateful for in my life in the Patreon. I have them all numbered out, and then everybody else comes in and they put down what they're grateful for, and it's like a ripple effect, seeing each one of us, have gratitude in our lives. It's so helpful. It's so helpful. Let me see. Oh, this was another one. We will lose interest in selfish things and gain interest in our fellows. So before I got sober, I didn't give a damn about you. And I sure as hell wasn't going to spend my whole day talking to your ass on the phone about your damn addiction. Get the hell out of here with that shit. I wasn't answering my phone. I said, voicemail. Unless you were my drug dealer or Neil, I was ignoring your phone call. And so now, it's like a total 180. It's like a total change. It's like gradually, as you work through your life and as you work through your recovery, you're going to more and more, you're going to want to give back what was so freely given to you, because you're just going to feel this amazing joy in your heart, and you're going to want to help other people so that way they can have that same joy too. It's almost my 3-year anniversary of being on methadone. The first 6 months was all about getting on the right dose to help control my chronic pain as well as addiction cravings, which it has. Good job, Marcy. Let me see. Let me read one more and then I'll let y'all go because I don't want to hold you hostage tonight. Let me see. No matter how far down. Okay, here's a good one. Okay. We will not regret the past nor wish to shut the door on it. And then this one too. No matter how far down the scale we have gone, we will see how our experience can benefit others. I used to be so ashamed of my addiction. I used to be ashamed that I was an addict. I used to deny that I was an addict. I'm not in denial anymore. I'm not ashamed, and I am grateful and thankful and blessed. I am a grateful recovering addict, and I am proud to share my stories and to help other people who have been down the same road that I have been down. There is no shame in being an addict. There are people who need to hear our stories. There are people out there who are afraid and embarrassed and think that their addiction is something to be ashamed of, but it's not. It's not. And when we come on and we're ashamed of our addiction and we're afraid to admit that we're addicts, that just adds to the stigma of addiction. We are addicts and we are recovering. We are no longer in our sick addiction. We are turned over a new leaf. And that's the thing, you guys. Not many people can say that they've lived two lives in one life. Not many people can say, I started at the bottom, now I'm here. Okay? Not many people can say that they were sleeping under a bridge, but now they got a home. Not many people can say that they were hustling on the corner, but now they're sober. Not many people can say that they overcame such adversity, but an addict can. And so I love being an addict in recovery. I love helping other addicts. It is what I am made to do. It is literally what God created me for, was to be a drug addict, get sober, so I could tell other people about it. I'm telling y'all. Nicole, you have made me proud to be better, proud to be a recovering addict because we have been through it and back. Exactly. And listen, you guys, like, that's one of my biggest accomplishments is kicking addiction's ass, you know? And so I'm not ashamed. I'm not ashamed, you know? And that's the thing. Letting go of that shame and realizing that you can actually change somebody's life and encourage somebody else. Don't ever be ashamed of where you came from. Don't let your insecurities overshadow the strength and wisdom that you have learned through getting sober, you guys. And please, like I was saying before, I want all of you guys, to really work on finding a program that works for you, okay? And the only reason I say this is because I love each and every one of you and I want you to be successful. Okay? I want you to stay sober and kick ass and take names. All right? That's what I want y'all to, you know? I don't do it because I want to boss you around or anything like that. I just do it because I want you guys to be the most successful recovering addicts that ever walked the face of the earth. And if I wasn't telling you this, I would be doing you a disservice. Okay? Okay. All right. I'm off my soapbox. I just love you guys so much. And I really, really just wanted to come on and, just share that with you guys and let you know that I do know what it's like. I know what it's like, you guys, to struggle and to think that, I know it all and I'm not going to do that. I promise you guys, when I let go and I surrendered and I started taking suggestions, you guys, thanks, Marcy. And I started like really just doing what people told me I needed to do, right? It really helped me out so much, you guys. It helped me and I've learned so much. So if you find yourself stuck, if you're in a rut and you're sober and you don't understand why you're in this rut, please be encouraged and please reach out. Find a recovery program that works for you. And don't just say you're doing it. I want you to fucking be the best at that program. I want you to work that program so hard that nobody knows they all like, damn, look at her. Or look at him. Like, I just want you guys to have the best chances possible at remaining in recovery. Okay? All right. Okay. That's it. That's all I got to say. I love you guys, okay? I'm super proud of each and every one of you. We've all come so far, you guys. Like I said, we have lived two lives, okay? We were at the very bottom of the bottom, and now look how far we've come. So there's nothing to be ashamed of. Okay? There's nothing to be ashamed of. You have overcome so much, and you are kicking ass now. All right? All right, you guys. I love you. I'm going to go to bed now. Um, Tomorrow, we got Kenzie coming on the channel to share her experience, strength, and hope. I know a lot of you guys are on methadone maintenance, and so is Kenzie. So you guys will have somebody that you can relate to. You know, I try to show all different pathways to recovery. So I hope you guys enjoy this interview tomorrow night. We'll be on together at 7 p.m. Central Standard Time tomorrow night. So don't forget, come join me tomorrow night with Kenzie, and I'll see y'all then, okay? All right. I love you guys. Good night. Thanks for everybody.